Welcome to Life in My Greenhouse. Today, we are making a sweet and delicious recipe for Rocky Road Fudge. And since it's the holidays, I'll also show you how to make a double-decker white chocolate peppermint fudge. Both recipes are easy to make and a great opportunity to make them with your loved ones. Unless, of course, you are having a self-care moment, and in that case, you can do them by yourself. When everyone's gone to bed at midnight, which is exactly what I'm doing now. Although I'm a summer girl by nature and don't often appreciate the darker months, lighting candles for me is very therapeutic. Candlelights in a room instantly relaxes me. And so this is how I get through it. Candles and cozy meals are my solution to the darker months and lack of sunshine. This will be a very special episode as it begins my Candlelight Cooking series in the greenhouse. I'll be sharing some delicious cozy meals for the colder months. If you haven't hit subscribe as yet, go ahead and do that now to make sure that you never miss any of our recipes. This will also help to pay it forward so others can enjoy these recipes with their families. You'll be helping to spread the love one recipe at a time, so thank you for doing that. As we approach the holiday season, I was inspired to share this sweet recipe with you. The recipe reflects the richness of the season and comes together so easily. Be inspired to make it alongside me step by step. As far as the ingredients are concerned, you can use chocolate chips or chocolate bars, your favorite nuts or candy, anything that speaks to your heart. If you have candles at home ready to go, I encourage you to get into your PJs, make a cup of delicious hot cocoa or tea, whatever you prefer, and ease into the magic of the season. What is it about candlelights that makes us feel instantly relaxed? Is it the gentle flickering glow that casts a warm and intimate ambiance? The dancing flames creating a calming atmosphere, invoking a sense of tranquility and nostalgia. The subtle play of light and shadow adds a touch of enchantment, making moments spent in candlelight feel both cozy and timeless. Candles have a calming effect on us due to their soft, warm light and the ritualistic act of lighting them. The gentle flickering of the flame can actually induce a sense of tranquility, while the subtle fragrance of scented candles further enhance the relaxation through aromatherapy. If your candles are lit and you're making this recipe with me, I'll be using an 8x8 and a 6x8 container. Now, if you don't have these exact measurements, don't worry about it. It'll only affect the depth of your fudge. The flavor of your fudge will not be affected. The ooey gooiness of your Rocky Road fudge will only be thicker or thinner depending on the container you're using. I'm cutting parchment paper to lie in the bottom of our baking dishes. This will help us to remove them easily once the fudge is completely set. I'm cutting 2 pieces of parchment paper the width of the pen and just a little bit longer than the length of the pen, and then crossing them over each other. This will ensure that our delicious fudge will be contained within the parchment surface area. I'm curious to know if making fudge is a part of your traditions. I know that many of my viewers are tuning in from different parts of the world. I always find it fascinating how we have similar recipes in different cultures. It really proves that we're more alike than we think we are, and I actually love the thought of that. So go ahead and grab a very large bowl and your chocolate chips or chocolate bar. If you're using a chocolate bar, you'll have to chop it up. The smaller you chop it, the better it will be for melting. I'll be using semi-sweet chocolate chip. Now personally, I prefer dark chocolate, but my family actually prefers semi-sweet chocolate, and so I'm outnumbered, but that's okay. I can always whip up a batch of dark chocolate at another time when I feel the urge. We're using 3 cups of chocolate. For the Rocky Road mouthfeel, I'm adding peanuts to this recipe, but not just any peanuts. These are West Virginian peanuts. True fact, apparently the peanuts are larger in Virginia, and so we are using kettle-cooked Virginia peanuts. And for that we say, thank you, Virginia. If you happen to be watching from Virginia, then type peanuts in the comments. We'll now add 1 whole can of condensed milk to our bowl, along with half a stick of butter. The thought of using a whole can of condensed milk for any recipe sounds so decadent. But to that I say, if you're not going to do it during the holidays, then when are you going to do it? So get a spatula and mix that chocolate chip goodness and butter and condensed milk in that bowl until it's incorporated. Place this in the microwave. Be careful when you're removing it, as the bowl will be extremely hot. Use your spatula to mix it all together until it starts to become smooth. It won't look completely smooth in the first go. You'll have to put it back in the microwave for another 2 minutes. Continue to mix it until the chocolate chips melt away. Then go ahead and add a splash of vanilla. Once you mix, your chocolate should start to get really shiny and look like this. Ooey gooey goodness. It smells so good. To your shiny bowl of deliciousness, you will now add a cup of mini marshmallows. Now it's your turn, Virginia. Put in a half a cup of peanuts. Now, if you don't want to use peanuts, you can also use pecans or walnuts, whatever your favorite nut is. Okay, so I added a little more nuts for good measure. Don't get me wrong, chocolate is absolutely delicious on its own, but I actually prefer a crunchier, nougaty chocolate. And if I'm going to indulge, then bring on the nuts. Adding some texture and crunch really amps it up for me. Once it's all mixed in, pour it in your container. Now, wasn't that easy? This is so magical. The marshmallows are dancing with the chocolate goodness, and the peanuts are along for the ride. As the Rocky Road fudge begins to cool, it will start to set. So we'll cover it and place it in the refrigerator. It will take approximately 2 hours to set and become firm. As the lights continue to flicker on, we'll move on to our double-decker fudge. This recipe has a classic chocolate fudge base and a delicious white chocolate fudge on top. And then we sprinkle with crushed peppermints, because why not? Start by adding 1.5 cups of chocolate chips, a half can of condensed milk, and 2 tablespoons of butter to your bowl. Don't you feel sorry for that other half of condensed milk. We're gonna get to it. Repeat the chocolate melting steps by placing your bowl in the microwave for 2 minutes. Do 1 minute at a time, and if you need extra or less time depending on your microwave, then adjust accordingly. Once it's silky smooth, then pour it in your container. It's important to work while the fudge is still warm to maintain the consistency. Use your spatula to evenly spread the fudge. In a separate bowl, we will work on the white chocolate fudge that will go on top. Add 1.5 cups of white chocolate chips. Pour the other half of the No Longer Lonely condensed milk all over the white chocolate. Then go ahead and add 2 tablespoons of butter. Mix until the condensed milk completely covers and coats the white chocolate. Place in the microwave and melt for 2 minutes, 1 minute at a time, stirring in between each minute. Again, be careful with the bowl as it's extremely hot. Your white chocolate will get super creamy and delicious looking. We're adding peppermint sticks, otherwise known as candy canes, to the top of our white chocolate fudge. I used a roller to crush them so that they were powdery. These look about right. I think they'll be perfect for topping our white chocolate fudge. Let's put it all together by pouring the white chocolate over onto the dark chocolate fudge. The white chocolate melts a lot faster than the dark chocolate, and so it's easier to spread. While the fudge is still warm, top with your crushed candy canes or peppermint. With a small brush, I brushed the candy canes so that they were even on the top of the white fudge. I think it'll just look better. There's a nice mixture of texture on the top, with some of the candy canes being a little more crushed, while others are a little larger. I think it makes it interesting. What do you think? Let's cover our fudge and place it in the fridge to cool down and set. Again, it'll have to set for about 2 hours. I know what you're thinking. Is she really going to stay up for 2 hours to wait for that fudge to set? And to that I say, Of course I did. Because don't you think you're worth it? Besides, I know you do the same for me, right? In fact, I know how much you appreciate me because you've already sent this video to 3 other people, and this is your second time watching it. This is what we do for family. As we wait for our fudge to set, the night is silent. The candles continue to demonstrate their brilliance. They whisper softly as the snowflakes fall, as we hope for peace on earth and tranquil for all. In the deep shadows, the world is now at rest. A lullaby, the night's bequest. Moonlight points a silver sheen, dreams unfolding ever so serene. And just like that, our fudge is ready. Let's take a closer look as we lift it out of the pan. How beautiful is that? You can see the marshmallows, all the peanuts, the chocolate. It looks like a chocolate bar. What a very special treat on this silent night. I'll pull all the sides down so it'll be easier to cut our fudge into squares. The texture is perfect, not unlike the beauty that lies in all of us. I know that life is not always perfect, but it's in these beautiful moments that we can appreciate the simple things. A knife cutting through homemade fudge, I know, is a simple moment, but in it lies the gratitude for the moment. Let's cut our fudge and take a look closer. Our Rocky Road fudge is nuggety and delicious, just the way I enjoy it. Our double-decker peppermint fudge is now ready. I find that the white chocolate takes a little bit more time to set. And to think we accomplished this with basic ingredients. This indulgent recipe would be perfect for a date night, or perhaps making it with your children or your grandchildren. You'll have plenty of time to bond on a cold winter's evening. Do you have any fond childhood memories about making fudge? The smooth, velvety texture of this fudge recipe would pair very well with a full-bodied beverage. Perhaps you can have your own wine and fudge night, but do it by candlelight. Make it a ladies' night. You'll have plenty of time for conversation while your fudge sets. Let's continue to create moments as the candle lights flicker. They make a delicious gift for every occasion. Start a new tradition and have fudge night on New Year's Eve. With this recipe, you can customize however you choose now that you have the foundation. Have a what the fudge night with your family and friends. With love lighting the way, let's intentionally make every moment count. Adding a little personal touch is always appreciated. The small details add an extra special touch. As a thank you for watching this episode, I've included recipe cards for you right here. Thank you for watching this special candlelight episode. Take care of yourself, precious one, and remember, the grass is always greener where you water it. So water it. See you next time.